All right. How's everybody doing out there, man? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back, man. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody? I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, a fantastic week so far. And if you're not, hey, we could turn that around. We could turn that around. I hope everybody's having a great time. Welcome back to another episode of the Jayson Estrera podcast, where we talk about basketball as accurate as possible. Guys, the season's almost here, man. The season's almost here. Just as a quick reminder, I will not be here this Friday all the way through next week, probably. Maybe I'll get on Friday night or something. Just kick back. Maybe we'll open the Discord and everybody could just come in and bullshit Friday night. But you know, we'll be away. But realistically, once I come back, the season is pretty much about to start by the time I get back. It'll be, end of September going into October. So it's gonna be it's gonna be right around the corner. The NBA season is literally right around the corner. So with that being said, we do have quite a bit to talk about today. We'll start with let me get out of this area. Oh, where is this? We'll start with the constantly. Actually, no. We'll switch it up. Let's start with which way do we want to? How do we want to play this? All right, let's start right here. So, if you haven't seen anything in the basketball world as of late, then you would know that Trae Young has been making headlines. Then you see that Trae Young has been making headlines. They've brought his name back up again because of the Ben Simmons clip, the layup that he never took. He honestly probably should have dunked it on Trae Young. Let's see if you don't know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Where is this photo? Magnify image. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was this. It was in the playoffs. Ben Simmons had turned the corner and should have dunked this ball. But obviously he did not. He did not dunk the basketball. And so, Trae Young has been in the news again recently because, they're saying he retired Ben and among other things. He was on the Jeff Teague podcast, Club 520 podcast. Those guys have been doing a phenomenal job. So I was checking that out. So I was really surprised to see when he was in a little bit of a beef, with Patrick Beverley of all people. And Patrick Beverley, who also has his own podcast, has been very vocal on a lot of things that has to do with the NBA. And it started with this, right? It started with this. I want us to just paint this picture the right way. So it started with this. Hoop Herald is asking, why do NBA players play so hard in random open gyms in the summer, but give no effort in the All-Star game with millions watching? Patrick Beverley, responds to this and says, because All-Stars take the game for granted. Not one All-Star on the court, good bump. And Trae Young says, relax. Let us speak for ourselves. Now, we'll talk about their exchange in just 1 second, but I want you guys to decide. I want you guys to decide. Is this effort? Because guys are because in these highlights, it's all buckets. So I don't know what type of effort they're talking about on defense, but let's take a look. I don't know, guys. I'm seeing everybody getting to their spots pretty comfortably. Didn't even put a hand up. Froze James Johnson. Yeah. Jordan Clarkson. No offensive rebound. Again, like, this is an open run, and I get that this has become like a thing, that these runs are unbelievable. I'm not saying they're not. But what we're also not going to do is pretend like we have a bunch of Kawhi Leonards out there locking up on defense. There's a reason these runs are exciting, and it's because there's a lot of offense. We get the highlights, and everyone is scoring over and over again, and you're also looking at a bunch of guys who have just had the summer and are trying to gear up for the season, as opposed to guys that are 40-something games in, have been traveling all across the country for the last 4 months and want to take a break during the All-Star game. I really do think that this was a little bit disingenuous. Dookie hair. Yo, what the fuck? Hey, you better leave a like on this motherfucker. Yo, Dookie hair is crazy, bro. That's nuts. That's nuts. I'm over here spitting facts and shit, and I'm just getting Dookie haired. Like, is there some on my shit? There's some on my shit I'm not seeing? Yo, Elijah, what you think about this, man? I want to hear what y'all think about this. Do you guys think that these Chris Brickley Black Ops open runs, you guys think that this is a whole bunch of high effort defensive plays that we seeing? Because that's really the conversation with the All-Star game, right? No, I was just rhyming with Derpy. That reaction made my day. I'm not gonna lie. You stopped my whole flow. You stopped the whole flow. Hey, man. Hey. Why everybody always trying to fight all the time, dog? Hey, let's keep watching the end of this, man. Let's keep watching the end of this. And y'all tell me if this is a lot of high effort defensive plays. Y'all let me know. Wide open. Ain't nobody rotated. No one stepped up and rotated to the shooter. Got it. Okay. He didn't really try to block that for real. I mean, he let him get to the step back. I just want to know, like, where in all of this we're seeing a bunch of high defensive plays and defensive effort plays. That's all I want to know, right? Because the real issue with the All-Star game is it's not whether they're putting in any effort on offense, because they're getting their highlights and their shit off still. The issue is the effort on defense. And as far as what I was just watching, it ain't that much more effort on defense. It ain't that much more effort. We're not about to pretend like these guys are defending like it's game 7 of the NBA Finals, because that's just not what's happening. So let's bring this back to the conversation at hand. Workout Hall of Famers in action. Hello, Bruce. What's good? What's good? Got that Clark Kent hair. Hey, man, it's under the hat. It's under the Yankee cap. Workout Hall of Famer. So what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think of this? What Patrick Beverley said in response to this? Because in my opinion, they're not going super hard. Like, nothing in any of these clips are guys playing super hard. And honestly, whenever we see crazy highlights during these runs, it's not because they're going hard. It's because players are trying shit. All the one-footed threes that Harden was hitting, that wasn't him going hard. That was him fucking around and trying shit. So I think this is not a good way to gauge or a good way to try to fix the All-Star game by using this clip. I just don't think that I just don't think it's a parallel or correlated. I think it's more apples to oranges, if you're asking me. Ben Simmons is a summer workout Hall of Famer. But Bruce, do you think in these runs, Elijah, you too, do you guys think that this is high effort? I don't think this is super high effort. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. But this to me don't look like a bunch of guys that are going super hard in the gym. I think they're working on their shit. But well, these runs are typically after hard workouts too. Yeah, or they're going to go work out after, right? And so Trae Young responded with, relax, let us speak for ourselves. I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant also oh no, he responded to this. So because of this reaction from Trae Young, we have this video, this response from Patrick Beverley. So let's take a look at what he's got to say towards Trae Young. So it's medium effort, keep the body moving, plus tired, plus working on stuff, plus not wanting to get injured. Exactly. So they're not doing anything special in these runs, is what I'm saying, right? That's kind of the point that I'm getting at. So I don't know what Patrick Beverley was trying to get at there, but let's see his response to Trae Young.
Hoop Herald goes, honest question, why do NBA players play so hard in random open gyms in the summer but give no effort in the All-Star game with millions watching? My response is because All-Stars take the game for granted. It's not one All-Star on a basketball court. It's just good, naturally good bump. Trae Young's response was,
he said, relax, let us speak for ourselves. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he's in a position to speak. I don't think he's one enough to even speak to me like that or tweet me like that. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9.
9 is more than 3.
He's been in the NBA 7 years. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all.
Interesting.
In the Western Conference.
Interesting.
Right? His rebuttal is probably going to be, yeah, you want the main player on the team. You're absolutely right. But this is why it's a team. I've talked to people who played in Atlanta. They don't want to play there.
Why?
They don't think he's a good leader. They don't think he's a good teammate. This is not coming from me, motherfucker. This is coming from Joe Blow over here. Trae, you can score all the points you want. You can make all the money you want. You can have all the leading assists you want. You can do all that. If you don't win, that shit won't matter. If you don't win, when you're retired, they're going to forget your name. Fast, too. So I don't even think he has the wiggle room to talk about, fuck, are you not playing hard for an All-Star game? You're not like you're playing in the playoffs. The fuck?
So what do you think his point is?
He said, fuck, are you not playing hard in the All-Star game? You're not playing in the playoffs. It's crazy. Now, and Kevin Durant responds, hey, this shit getting out of hand, man. Come on, Pat. You sound delusional, brother. What do you guys think of that? Out the league and says Trae Young can't speak. Bev trying so hard for his podcast to be relevant. Remember when he insulted the female reporter? Oh, I do remember that. Dude has messed up hair and talking crap. The same thing that kept Pat in the league got him booted out the door. Crossing his legs like Sidney Poitier. I just don't like what Patrick Beverley said because I think it crosses the line and breaks that secret code that the players have that I've given them so much credit for, that they typically have each other's back. Typically, NBA players have each other's back unless there is a specific beef between two people. And in this scenario, It's as if Patrick Beverley drew a line in the sand and said, And this is why there is a clash between players in the media space versus players that are playing, because guys all of a sudden switch up, right? All of a sudden they switch up. Right, Pat better go somewhere else in like the Exhibit 256 on why players don't need microphones. My mother always told me, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And you're absolutely right. But I do think, Elijah, you also can't just silence everyone. I do think some of the conversations, uncomfortable or not, are necessary. And I'm not saying this is necessarily an example of that. But I do think that it's very weird to me. It's very weird to hear him say, you can have all the leading assists you want, you can do all that. If you don't win, that shit won't matter. If you don't win when you retire, then they're gonna forget your name. It is the complete opposite of the message that you would want to send if you are a player or a former player. The idea, in my opinion, because every year only one team wins. There's only one MVP and only one finals MVP, right? So if nothing else matters, then how are we going to give respect to all of these players, all of these other great players? Kind of like how when Tracy McGrady said Jamal Tinsley is one of the best ball handlers, and everyone made a fuss about it. He said, I'm just trying to give light and shine to players of my era that maybe didn't get the respect or the credit that they deserve because they weren't in a certain situation or they didn't win for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that they weren't great at something. And for Patrick Beverley to speak like this about, honestly, one of the more underrated players in the league in Trae Young, I think he is further perpetuating that notion that, hey man, if you don't have a ring, like, we don't talk about you, we can't give you any credit, we can't highlight how good you are at passing the basketball or setting your teammates up or shooting just because you don't win. Even though you've worked your entire fucking life on it, we can't give that credit. And I think that that's a dangerous message to send to a fan base who just a week ago, Adam Silver said, hey, we're a highlight-driven league. You just go watch highlights. It's further perpetuating the darker parts of the game. The aspects of the game that, in my opinion, aren't healthy. That's what these two statements have done. There are jokes. There are time for jokes. But at the same time, we have so many players who give credit to each other and shine light on players who typically don't. The funny thing is, Patrick Beverley always gets credit from players. that to me is the part in this that's fucked. For a player that's not a superstar, for a player that's not a number 1 or 2 option on your team, Patrick Beverley gets a lot of credit from players, former and current. That's why I think this was just a really weird move by him, when everyone gives you credit for what you do in the role that you play. And to take this away from Trae Young, the game it feels like it's heading in a weird space right now. And it's weird to watch. I'm not going to lie. Trae's in the running for most underrated in the league. There's not much more Trae can do to get in the playoffs or win a chip. What he did with his team this year was very respectable. And Patrick Beverley, we're not going to act like this isn't the Atlanta Hawks MO. The Atlanta Hawks, as long as I have watched basketball, do everything in their power to stay mediocre. This team, literally from the 2000s, since the early 2000s, they have never even been the best team in the conference. The organization, that has nothing to do with Trae Young, got nothing to do with Joe Johnson, got nothing to do with whoever the fuck else they've had on that team. Regardless of who they've had on that team, their goal is to be 4, 5, 6, 7. That's their goal. and if for you to not bring that up, Patrick Beverley, is just like, what are we doing, bro? We know how this goes. We know how this goes. Like, not for real. That's what's crazy. Pat does always get love. Just a hater. Look at his locks. Like, that's crazy. Like I've given Patrick Beverley a hella love on this channel, right? I've given him hella love. I brought up all the times players are giving him love. Like, this is weird. And listen, we've seen players call out the All-Stars in the All-Star game without having to do all this. It's possible. It's possible. You could have kept this about the All-Star game without making it personal between you and Trae Young. I think that there you go. And I'm sorry, man. My brain's been all over the place. I think that's the bow on top. Right? Trae Young, I don't think Trae Young's response was anything crazy. But Patrick Beverley decided to make it personal when he could have kept the topic about the All-Star game and the effort. Because like I said, we've seen a ton of former players comment on it without calling anyone out specifically and without making it personal. And you guys might disagree. I don't think Patrick Beverley's an idiot. Right? I don't think he's an idiot. So that's why I'm scratching my head as to why he did this with one of the most underrated players in the league. It just make you scratch your head. Like it literally just makes you scratch your head. I can't find a reason as to why he would do such a thing. Like I just, it makes no sense to me, man. Now, moving right along, because like I said, the NBA season is damn near upon us, and I wanted y'all to hear this really quickly.
Create controversy right here, right now. Watch Anthony Edwards when he takes a free throw shot. Every single time he steps over the line. If you remember back in the day, I used to send in tapes on Shaq. You know, we sent in to Shaq and they started calling it and he had to fix his free throws. Anthony Edwards, we had a game against them where they were up like 93-92 with a few seconds left. You know, he steps over the line and then the ball crosses, goes in the basket. I'm like, this is the easiest call for a referee. Just watch to see if he steps over the line, and they refuse to call it. Tell the league, refuse to call it.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Mark Cuban is crybaby cheesing over Anthony Edwards stepping over the line on his free throws, or do you guys think he's got a point? Do you guys think he's got a point? Now, personally, selfishly speaking, I would love for them to call everything. Because again, the product of these players playing the way that they do, the players playing the way that they do is a product of the way the referees call the game. So if they allow you to get away with things, players, this is a game we're talking about at the end of the day, are naturally going to push that limit and push that boundary. How many times have you heard one of these guys say, Anthony Edwards included, if you not cheating, you not trying? And so again, I think the direction of this should be more so towards the referees in the league, because again, the players will adjust. We've seen James Harden adjust to the hand checking calls and the rip through calls. We've seen Trae Young adjust. We've seen a ton of guys be able to adjust to this. But if you're gonna let them get away with it, then they're gonna get away with it. It just is what it is. Let's see. He does what he does. Why do refs let Ant travel on his pivot and step throughs? It's an unfair advantage, and the rules are what they are, period. And listen, they've let this happen for forever. It's not just Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan. All the stars get this treatment.
Free throw line in this fourth quarter. We've not seen a lot of action in the period, but we've seen a lot of free throws.
yeah, it's true. I've seen a lot.
He literally on every single free throw steps over the line before it hits. It's a violation. It's a violation. Again, you know, if you're not being forced to change, why would you, right? Why would you? But I do think it's super interesting to hear Mark Cuban say that, and to say that he's been pushing for it. Would it necessarily make a difference? I don't think so. I think all it would do is make a cleaner product, right? If you have a product with less missed calls, meaning guys are playing more technical, then you just have a cleaner version of the game. Does it necessarily change? No, I don't think so. I think Anthony Edwards' free throw percentage would be the same. I don't think it'll change. Will he have to train that out of him? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Moving right along to some more Anthony Edwards news. Here, let's see. Trying to find. I don't know if y'all have seen this. What the is it not on here? It would make a difference if he is comfortable shooting like that, keep his foot easily, make him miss. I think if you did it all like in the middle of a season, I think it could potentially affect the numbers. But if you gave them a summer to like, hey, we're about to change this next year, and they got to train, I think it would be just fine. Where is this, bro? Where the fuck did I see this one earlier? What the hell? What the hell? Is it not on here? The fuck? Was it on? Did I see it on like the gram? Why is it not on the tube? Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I'm just trying to find this video real quick. Where the fuck did I see it? Is it not out yet? All right. Here, let me pull up this video while I look for the other one. So during the campaign for Anthony Edwards' well, now old shoe, the AE ones, he had this as an ad. So let's take a look at this one.
What's up with it?
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Can't complain.
So, Anthony, we're just going to go over some quick questions, and I need you to answer truthfully. Okay?
I ain't got no choice, Jack.
Okay. Let's start simple. What's your name?
Anthony Edwards, a.k.a. Ant-Man. Your favorite Hooper's favorite Hooper.
Good. Are the AE1s the best shoe in the game?
No question.
Good. Now for some harder ones. Last season, did the have an easy route to the ring?
Nah, they earned that. The East is tough.
With all this new
this ad is
talent joining the league, are you worried someone's going to take your place?
These new guys are good. Really good.
Is that your final answer?
Maybe they'll take my spot.
Do you think 2K will ever get your face right?
I trust Runner to hold me down.
When are we going to get the twos?
When they ready.
You were in the MVP chatter last year. Did that bother you?
It don't matter who's on the floor. I'm the number one option. We all know who the top dog is.
You sure about that? Oh, wow. Yeah, I believe that.
It's believe that.
Yo, I know we be hating on him sometimes, but this guy is fucking comedy, bro. All right, let's see this, man. Let's see this.
Sorry, I ain't nervous at all. Where the camera at? I love you.
Qdini here with
anyone guard you?
Mr.
They
Steph
say
Curry.
I'm dead.
We're gonna test how truthful you are when it comes down. Now, if you lie, I'll know. If you tell the truth, I'll know.
It's a lot of pressure, brother.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot of pressure.
Just breathe. All right, first question.
Come on with it.
What is your full name?
Wardell
Wait, did they just have
Stephen Curry the second. Yeah, no.
What is your brand's name?
That was a W commercial.
Curry brand.
Thought it was like Qdini or something.
Come on. You took that already. Probably copyright, patent, proof.
I did. It's
Pending
one of my
and
LLCs. Have you ever muted a yo?
I ain't looking. I don't cheat on the test.
Go. Face forward.
Come on.
Have you ever muted a group chat with your teammates?
So what do you guys think? Is he copying? Are they copying?
Not on
Adidas?
purpose, but
What do you
I
guys
have,
think?
and I missed a lot of stuff. Group chat be active.
I don't know.
I have.
I don't know.
Dicey.
What we
Yeah, that
thinking,
was
y'all? What
dicey. We
thinking, y'all?
gonna
Did they rip
asterisk that one.
Adidas?
Truth to me.
It's not about you. Have you ever shot things into a trash can and yelled Curry?
I have not. Nah. I've never done it.
That's very humble of you,
Thank you.
Wardell Stephen Curry. What superhero do you think you closely resemble?
So I recently,
Is this his fault though?
without my approval or consent, was named Batman to a very super talented Robin. And Robin kept calling me Batman for literally 30 straight games. So I guess I gotta say that.
I don't know if this machine is working. Are the Series 7
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. They copied it, but they didn't do a good job of copying it. And the reality is, we gonna let it slide because it's Steph. But that wasn't it, Jack. That was not it, my boy. Hey, back to the drawing board. Listen, y'all got a lot of things to work with, man. Y'all, if you are Under Armour, Curry brand, Steph Curry, y'all got a lot to work with right now. Right? Y'all have so much to work with. I just didn't think they did a good job. If you gonna copy, make it better. If you gonna copy it, make it better. You know, the disrespect, not for real. No, but realistically though, Bruce, they could have made a much better version of that. They could have made a much better version. I mean, this is Wardell, Stephen Curry we talking about. This your guy, Bruce. This your guy. This is Wardell. That's him. That's Captain America. After he put Team USA on his back for them last two, they had so much to work with. I just feel like they were lazy. It just felt a little lazy. Like they came up with the idea because of Anthony Edwards and Adidas, but like y'all didn't do nothing with it. Y'all could have done some. You could have put him in a fucking spaceship. Y'all could have done anything. You could have made an animated version of this. I feel like there were so many things that they could have done, but they just listen. There are some times where simplicity and having like a raw, unedited look to certain things looks great. That just wasn't one of those moments. Who KD Thor? I don't know about that. Who would KD be? Realistically, though, realistically, let's see. All right. Who would be Captain? I mean, honestly, if we're being for real, Braun is probably Captain America. Who like long? Oh, who's the Hawkeye? Would probably be Steph. No bullshit, because he's the long range. He's the long range sniper. Hawkeye or KD might be Hawkeye, right? KD could be Hawkeye also. Who else? Who else we got over there? Or. Nah, Steph would probably be like Doctor Strange or some shit, bro. Steph is probably like Doctor Strange. Let's see. Anthony Edwards is probably Black Panther. No bullshit. No bullshit. You know Anthony Edwards is probably Black Panther. Yo. you know, if that was him, he'd be doing this shit everywhere. Yo, Anthony Edwards will be pulling up talking about believe that. Talking about believe that. Like, yo, your line is Wakanda forever. Kyrie could be Doctor Strange. Who's another one that's KD is Deadpool. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's fire. That's fire, actually. Kyrie could be Black Panther too, low key. Just the movement. No, I don't know. It would be sick. It would be sick, bro. Who would be Thor? Actually, I don't know who the fuck would be Thor. Cause Thor is OP. Thor is OP. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. I don't know. I can't think of one from. Let's see what we got. Patrick Beverly is Squirrel Girl. Oh my God. But in his city, he's him. Yo, that's comedy, bro. That's comedy. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Now, I love to say that we're gonna get off of the Golden State Warriors and what's been going on over there, but the reality is we can't. The reality is we got to talk about this shit. So let me pull up what Shams had to say from a couple days ago regarding this situation. Pat Bev is Bumblebee, like from the fucking, like from Transformers. Wait, I got one. You gonna like this, Elijah. You gonna like this. James Harden is Ant-Man. Because when you need him most, he's in the quantum world. Not when you need him the most, he shrink like a motherfucker. Hey, James Harden is Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man. Cause he be shrinking in the playoffs. Oh, I'm trolling. Oh shit, that was funny. Oof. Oh man, that was good. Hey, I'm done now, y'all. He said, "Oh wow." That was a multi-layered joke, y'all. That was a multi-layered joke. Yo, I hope James Harden don't see that. Yo, that'll ruin any opportunity to ever interview. Wait, whatever y'all do, don't promote that. Look, when I clip it, don't promote it. I just want to have it to laugh at. I'm ruining any future opportunities right now. I love you though, James Harden. Phenomenal, 36 a game. You're unbelievable, bro. But that was too free. That was too free. All right. Oh man. All right. Whew. All right, let's see what the fuck is going on in the Bay, y'all. Let's take a look at this.
Shams, where does this
What a
situation
segue.
stand right now between Kuminga and the Warriors?
George, the Warriors have shown more effort, increased urgency to figure out a solution here, even to the point.
All right, so let's read this real quick. Warriors remain in a stalemate with restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. Golden State has offered a 2-year, $45 million deal after initial 1-year, $7.9 million qualifying offer. Excuse me. Now we got to start the Garden propaganda.
Joe Lacob, the Warriors owner, went out and sat face-to-face with Jonathan Kuminga in the last month. And Joe Lacob essentially asked Kuminga, do you want to be here? Do you want to be with the Warriors? And Kuminga flipped that really and said, do you even want me? And how the Warriors have showed whether they want him or not. They've structured 2 trade-friendly contracts. We know about the 2-year, $45 million offer, standing offer that's been there since July. It includes a team option, but he's been declining that. And so over the last week, I'm told the Warriors offered 3 years, $75 million. That also includes a team option, which to this point, Kuminga has resisted. And so will the 2-year framework, if Kuminga wants a shorter term deal, will they be able to improve that 2-year deal? Will it get to a point where Kuminga takes it? I spoke to a source this morning that said this is essentially a situation where both sides know that likely the best case scenario is a divorce eventually. But in the short term, it might be best for both sides to stay together for the kids, and the kids being a betterment for the team, allowing both sides to get an opportunity to see, can we figure this out? Can this work at least this upcoming season? And if not, it's a tradable contract that they can trade, and eventually he hits unrestricted free agency next offseason.
All right, well, let me ask you this. How much of this stalemate threatens the Warriors' ability to maximize Steph Curry here in his final years of contention?
Let's get to this and then we'll go. I could care less if Kuminga stays or leave. He is just all right. We're going to talk all about it.
Friendly contract, a deal that also is a higher number than obviously the qualifying offer. Because if Jonathan Kuminga goes and signs that qualifying offer, 1 year, $8 million, that has a no trade clause built in, that significantly impacts how this team, the Warriors, can build moving forward. It cripples their ability in a lot of ways to move forward with team building. You have a number 7 overall pick that you risk losing for nothing if he signs the qualifying offer. And to that end, the Warriors have had 2 aggressive suitors in Kuminga. That's the Phoenix Suns and the Sacramento Kings. The Kings have been offering a deal.
I mean, if I'm Kuminga, I don't want to go to either of those teams.
In the neighborhood of 3 years, $63 to $66 million. And their deal has been around Malik Monk and a first-round pick.
Wow.
The Suns, on the other hand, it's been around 4 years, approaching $90 million. That's been Royce O'Neal and second-round draft compensation. Both these teams want Kuminga to come in, start, give him a player option, play significant minutes. The Warriors, of course, reluctant to just guarantee him all of that. And so far, they've been declining all of these trades as well. So as it's been for 3 months, George, it's about who's going to blink first. The Warriors.
So to me, in my opinion, that's the problem. He could easily be a, what does that say? A typing guy in the league, and Golden State treats him like, I don't care about whether you are here or not. I honestly, at this point, I wish one of them would stand on it. I think more than anything right now, That's what's irritating me. I wish that one of these guys would just stand on it. Right? Jonathan Kuminga said allegedly that, and here, I'll pull this up just so you guys can see it. This is from Legion Hoops. Kuminga reportedly said he is willing to sign the Warriors' offer and buy in to a mission of getting Steph Curry another title if they convert the team option into a player option. At this point, say fuck them and stand on it. Both sides do it. Like at this point, the fact that if you're Jonathan Kuminga, I'll look at this from this perspective, and I can't get mad at him for this. This team has told you to fuck off. This team has sat you. This team has done everything to sabotage you. But they don't want you to sign that $7.9 million qualifying offer because then you walk away next year. And now they're offering you more money, and now they're trying to give in more to you, which don't make any sense. Because if you truly do not believe in this guy, then just let him go. If he is a ticking time bomb, he's going to go explode somewhere else. I don't get the thinking of that. And then on the other side of it, if you are the Golden State Warriors, if this is a guy who you know you've been fucking over for the last year and has basically said, fuck you to you guys, why all of a sudden are you going to hear him out when he says that he is willing to sign the offer and buy into the mission of getting Steph Curry another title? One, I wouldn't believe that. But two, this is still going to end at some point, and he's not about to get what he wants, because that conversation still doesn't lead to, I'm going to be the star in the face of this team. You're going to be just another guy that helps them, and then they're probably just going to get rid of you. Because the Warriors need him. I'll be honest with you, Elijah, I don't think they do. And here's why. Here's why. I'll put it like this in the sense of a relationship, right? I'll give you this analogy in a relationship. I don't think so, and here's why. If you and someone have a breakup, right? You guys spend some time apart, a couple weeks, however long, and come back together, right? Just because y'all come back together, it doesn't erase everything that happened before. So you are not getting a version of Jonathan Kuminga who is hungry and trying to really be impactful for the sake of being a great player and trying to be the best version of himself. It's going to be a guy that's doing it because he feels like he needs to be on this team because of whatever has happened over the last couple of years. Which means any hiccup along the way, any issue, however small it might be, has the potential to really blow up because of all the prior history. I think this is a case where how good of a basketball player Jonathan Kuminga is, I don't think that should play a factor in this decision. Because I highly doubt you're going to get that version of him because there's already a sour taste in his mouth with the way this situation has been handled for the last year. And if you are Jonathan Kuminga, how could you trust this team? How could you trust this organization when all they've done is say fuck you to your face essentially every chance that they get? Like these personality clashes, they could really impact what's happening on the court in a big way, in my opinion. Again, I don't think it matters how good they are. Who did they have? Steph, Dre, Jimmy, Buddy, Moody. The rest are short. Are shoddy, in my opinion. They need anyone they can get. Yeah, no, I want, like I said, I don't think this should be a basketball decision, because if you get him pouting and whining, they've been trying to fake like they don't need JP, but search for Poole and every point guard since. And D'Lo is made up well, but you are making great point. Like again, like there's just like, think about this in this way, Elijah. Any little thing, any little Kuminga's whining or he's having an attitude, it blows up. Anytime the team sits him, anytime someone else is playing in his place, it's gonna get brought up. It's impossible to have this clean slate. We've seen this time and again. It's not, this is more apples to oranges, but we've seen how John Morant's been followed by his situation. There is no such thing as a clean slate. Any little gesture gets taken in as, oh, you're trying to do something that even if he wasn't thinking about guns or anything. It'll follow you, unfortunately. And I think this is one of those situations where I don't give a fuck how good Jonathan Kuminga is. He could hurt the team more than he can help the team at this point. And I just don't think there's any going back from that. You want to talk about, oh, they got to be professional and they got to be this, that. That's cool until you've been disrespected, which I think Kuminga has been. And I'm sure the reason why Steve Kerr has been treating him the way that he has is because he's felt disrespected. And so, again, I don't see this working out in the near future, in the future. If I'm Kuminga, I'm just getting the fuck off. If I'm Kuminga, I'm just getting the fuck off of this. Wait, did you watch the movie? I actually haven't gotten to watch the movie yet. I actually haven't gotten a chance to watch the movie yet. It's about his high school days, right? It's about his high school days. Oh, you might want to watch this. Here, let me pull it up. I had it written down somewhere. Where the fuck did I have it written down? I think I had it written down in here. Let's see. Fuck, did I write it? I knew I wrote it somewhere. How did I put the thing? Shooting Stars. I know I wrote it somewhere though. Oh yeah, Shooting Stars on Peacock. It's on Peacock, right? It's on Peacock. I wonder if there was a way for us to like all just watch a movie. I wonder if there's a way to do that, to like link it. But they would probably, I would definitely get copyrighted strike for that shit. I wonder if there's a way to do it, bro. Truly curious. Here. Here, I'm gonna pull it up so everybody can see. This right here. I have a site for what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We gotta start watching when people say they got a site. that basically sets out watch parties. Oh shit, for real? Wait, hold on. Let me send that. Let me, I'm curious. I want to take a look at that, if you don't mind. Yeah, maybe we could do something with that. Like a Discord or some shit. I don't know. Maybe we could do some shit. Everybody's chilling, kicking it. We'll see. Maybe I could do like a group. But that'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fucking fun, bro. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, never mind. I have that type of see. Yo, Elisha always on some bullshit, bro. Yo. Yo, why you gotta be on demon time? Why you gotta be on demon time, bro? Oh my god. Hey. Yo, why buddy on demon time? Oh shit, he got a website, y'all. All it is a word, bruh. Let's see. Huh. Internet for you and your crew. That's kind of cool. 2V Fudo. PS3 emulator. Shared browsing. Watch, play, chat, create. It's kind of this is pretty cool. Then you screen share your screen. Gotcha. Couldn't you do the same thing on Discord? Just curious. Couldn't you do the same thing on Discord? Like if I had a Discord group and everybody was on it, I could just screen share whatever I have. Is it really his birthday? No, you couldn't do that on Discord? Huh? Bro, dog, it was his birthday 3 days ago. Wait, what? It's the 17th. His birthday was 3 days ago. Yes and no. All right. This is obviously a service made for. Yeah, but he said Jimmy though. Yeah, your birthday is Friday. Yeah. Your birthday is Friday, Derpy. Chill. Here, let me see if there's anything else. You know, Shams be dropping shit randomly, bro. We gotta keep an eye out on that guy. That guy's treacherous. Is there anything else? I don't think there's other big news. Let's check Reddit real quick, actually, as well. I love scrolling through Reddit. People be saying the wildest shit. What if Clippers trade Kawhi now? Oh, what do y'all think of there was the report that said that Steve Ballmer self-reported on himself to try to get rid of Kawhi Leonard. Yo, self-reporting to get rid of the player that you gave under the table money to is insane work, bro. I hope he didn't do that. But that is insane work if he did, bro. Two out, dog. I'm not watching that. That's too much, bro. Clip that and I'll watch it. Chris Copeland. I don't want to hear shit about Chris Copeland. That guy is ass. they still would have to get. The fuck? 2 days after hitting game-winning shot in 2001, but also Starbury scores a career-high 50 points versus the Lakers. Dog, why are people putting the full games on the, like, clip this shit for me, bro? Bro, see, look, even Reddit, even Reddit dry as fuck right now. Oh yeah, and they mentioned that Draymond and Jimmy have both checked in and reached out to Jonathan Kuminga. I can confidently say that Jimmy Butler has also reached out to the team and been like, "What's going on here? I just wanted to know the plan," and I don't blame him at all. I don't know, but I do know whoever would give Paul George and Kawhi big contracts with long years attached is not that bright. I second that. I second that. And listen, maybe I'm just not a billionaire and an NBA owner. I let these guys walk. Hey, if we're gonna be bad with you, we could just be bad without you. So you could just walk, and we could just go from there. I don't know why teams don't operate under that, and then you'd create. I feel like you could potentially create a team like the Clippers. I don't know if y'all remember, and this had Patrick Beverly on it, but if y'all remember that Clippers team that had no stars, with Montrez, with Lou Williams, with Patrick Beverly, they were a beloved team because they played hard and they were winning games and were competing without stars because it was a bunch of guys that had a chip on their shoulder. Oh, y'all don't want to play with us? We gonna play hard. And unfortunately, playing hard is a skill. To constantly play hard is a skill, and it creates I think it creates a parity in the way that teams play. So I would operate my team like that, but that's just me. I would too. You get one or the other, which is that we can be mediocre without you. And oh yeah, he was on that team too. And I do understand, right? I guess if you're an owner, it's important to have at least one recognizable face, because when you're selling these tickets and when you're selling to your own fan base, you got to have one face that's sellable. For the Clippers, right? They didn't really get traction in terms of everyone talking about them until the middle of the year. So if you are one of those owners, you have to be willing to essentially take a loss through the first quarter of the season as your team is gathering itself and creating an identity, and then you could sell that identity to the rest of the league. But that is what I understand is a waiting game and a what if that you don't want to play when it comes to trying to make money. But when it comes to strictly basketball, shit, man. Harden, what about Harden? What about Harden? Let me see what else we got. It's just a bunch of Kawhi shit that I don't really care about at the moment. I want some new, but there's gonna be no updates for a while. Let's take a look at this.
Podcast came out. It was around.
Here, hold on. Caught in 4K side-by-side video of NBA Commissioner Adam Silver blatantly lying about not knowing anything about Clippers sponsor Aspiration.
When the podcast came out, it was news to me. I'd frankly never heard of the company Aspiration before, and I'd never heard a whiff of anything around an endorsement deal with Kawhi or anything around engagement with the Los Angeles Clippers. So it was all new to me.
If I said I never heard of it, I meant in the context of the accusations here. I mean, I certainly was aware of the brand, but I didn't know anything about it.
Got it.
When
Yo, I'm ruining any future opportunities I could have, y'all. Hey, it was good knowing y'all. In 1 hour, I've ruined 2 potential relationships. I don't think there's anything much else here. It's just these guys are watching fucking games from 1996. Meanwhile, I've been watching games from last year. We are not the same. Listen, I got a lot more research and studying to do. I think if you guys just want a little bit of an insight, essentially what we've been doing the last week or so, and we're going over clips. I've been just sifting through clip after clip after clip, just trying to understand the game better, and where it's heading to, so we can have much more intelligent conversations about the game, right? When it comes to rotations, when it comes to matchups, when it comes to strategies and planning, those are conversations that I really, really want to have at a high level, and it takes time. So I think we already do a great job of it. I think we could do an even better job of it. But hey, man, you guys, honestly, and I really, really mean this, you guys are literally the best. I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. The way you guys support me and show love. Before I get out of here, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. It really, really helps the channel out. You already know. But again, just as a reminder, I will not be here Friday. I will not be here through next week. Maybe Friday. We'll see about that. But it's been awesome. When I get back, we are hitting the ground running because the season is right around the corner. So thank you guys so much as always. Thank you, Derpy. I know you were in here super early. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Bruce. Y'all are the GOATs. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all could have been anywhere on the internet, but y'all were here with me, and I really, really appreciate you for that. So thank you. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of y'all day. Have a great week. I'll see y'all next week, you beautiful people. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much.